Well, very unprofessional of you, Gamescom, to not begin your stream. We've been waiting for 7 minutes now. Where's the stream? I don't know, guys. I just have to start the stream. We can just do something else in the meantime. I will play Vampire Survivors, but I have to turn on the PS5 for that, and I don't feel like it. If I'm speaking a little bit weirdly, I beat my tongue horribly yesterday, and it hurts. It hurts when I talk. So just play a Granblue Fantasy a little bit. So anyway, how are you guys doing? Gonna play this horrible game mode that I hate so much. I even got the YouTube mail for Gamescom. It's not live. It's not. It is not live. Let's have some Granblue Fantasy sounds. What was that sound? Hello, thank you for coming to the stream. How are you doing? Maybe if I refresh the page, maybe. Okay. Wow, it's a 20. I keep forgetting that people begin their streams with a timer. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna go crazy with this both sounds. Wait, let me mute Granblue Fantasy. Okay, we have 20 minutes. I keep forgetting, and it's really unprofessional of you guys to just not start the stream. Why would you put a countdown to a countdown? I'm just saying. Okay, Granblue Fantasy, it's muted. Hello, Shuri Kamabel, thank you for coming to the stream. How are you doing? Then just it's time for me to have dinner. Yeah, enjoy your dinner. You know, I guess I can just... You know, fuck it, let's do it. Let's go. I can just close Granblue Fantasy, so if I want to. We can just play... Yeah, we can just play... Wait, what the fuck am I doing? Wait a second. Okay, if I did things correctly, I should only need to... Okay, yeah. We're gonna play Vampire Survivors. Surprise Vampire Survivors stream. I did play quite a lot yesterday, and by quite a lot, I mean like 1 hour after I ended the stream. Play a little bit more. You know, pausing the game a lot because of the doggy, but I did unlock a couple of characters and I completed a couple of things. But I feel like I'm pretty much not stuck, but there's no new map to... I unlocked the Westwoods. And I'm yet to clear the coop. Haven't been able to got some new items and stuff. There's like, I've been having a lot of trouble with Capella Magna. I, for the love of God, cannot find that relic. And I also cannot finish the stage because I just keep on dying. So I can see I have everything else from all the previous stages. Is this one the one that's gonna even remove Hurry? I mean, we have exactly like one run of Vampire Survivors. Oh wait, I picked the fuck. Never mind. That fucking hand just rubs me the wrong way. I picked the wrong character. Sorry. So I've been thinking for this one. Oh yeah, there was another thing that I unlocked. I want to show you. I found the secrets, which I don't know what it means. It let me input some kind of rune to cast a spell, but I don't know what it is. And there's a bunch of things like investigate the bottom of the Gala Tower with a pure heart and 2 good friends. Visit the fairy balcony in Capella Magna. Don't know what that means. I don't have 2 good friends. Maybe like 2 birds and the heart. But what the fuck is the fairy balcony, right? I don't know what that is. Be a good boy in Ilmolis. That's Sissy. That's Sissy actually. That's just picking the dog, right? Ilmolis, right? I guess we can hurry. Something that benefits the flowers. All the maps have the rings and the... I don't know what it means to be a good boy though, so... I'm assuming just playing the dog? Maybe maxing the weapon? I didn't even have breakfast today, now that I think about it. Was kind of not feeling the breakfast. As you can see, I got a bunch of different weapons. Like this falling, like crystal thingies that I got from like the jester. I'm sad to inform you that I applied to a sponsorship thingy and I got rejected because I don't get many views in my videos. Which I already knew, right? But it hurts more when someone else tells you the thing that you know. It's like, it's okay if I call myself a loser, but... it's out. This is new. Aims at the enemy in the face direction, stockpile projectiles when enemies are out of range. Of course, it was very professional and everything, right? It's sorry to inform you that don't qualify to the blah blah blah. Yeah, right. Yeah. We know how it goes. And it hurts because I never wanted to apply to that kind of thing first. In the first place. Yeah. I'd rather not fill my channel with ads, but even when I tried to, I failed. And they say Raid Shadow Blades to sponsor anyone, right? It's not anyone. It was I was not applying to Raid Shadow Blades. It's just a joke. I did apply for a platform of sponsorships, but. This evolves the crystals. Let's not forget to check on the Gamescom stream. Sometimes I wish these games have like the built-in magnet as an upgrade, like a permanent upgrade. Just having to walk to the crystals all the time. I mean, I guess it's the point of the game, right? But wait, didn't I already use the duck in here? I have, like, maybe not. Maybe it's a different, also useless character. I think it was the garlic old man, actually. About covering the Gamescom, I think I'm just gonna cover today and the cosplay show, which I think it's tomorrow or in 2 days. I don't remember exactly. And maybe the final day. Not a lot of interesting things have been happening. It's mostly like interviews with people from the industry, which is nice, but I don't think it's worth streaming, right? Mm-hmm. Actually, the dog might be good against the chickens because I'm always running away from the chickens, so they will be hit by this, and I will also get healed at the same time. Oh, no. Well, that didn't give me anything. What could it mean to be a good boy in Il Molise? What defines a good boy? So I have to find the great gospel. We can try that. How long for the... 7 minutes. Do I have 7 minutes? Probably. Probably gonna die before the... but I gotta be quick. Let's pick Porta. Let's go to Capella Magna. Let's do Hypertus so I die faster. So the Magistones are pretty similar to the Lighting Ring in function, so I guess they work well together to cover more room. Just things falling from the sky. How hard do you think it is to make a game like this without all the extra stuff, right? Just like enemies, items. I reckon it's not too hard. In like obviously like a basic version of this game, right? So I get overpowered so fast in this map. Because all of the enemies have more or less the same behavior, which is just trying to find the shortest path to you, right? Which is kind of not complicated to do. Then we have... well, the weapons would be the complicated thing to do, probably. But like for a basic band, I wasted that. Oh, the bracelet. Wait, is the Gamescom already on? How did I manage to... Well, were you here? I don't think so. We have 3 minutes. So Albert go down. What happens if I go to the side? You will see, the thing with this map is that you cannot move until you have reliable damage, but by the point you have reliable damage, you can also not move because the enemies are so strong. Actually, you never really have reliable damage in this map. Okay, let's do faster. Because you can pretty much go to the side, right? There's no rule. There's nothing preventing me from going to the side. Well, there's a chest behind, but I'm not going back. That's the thing I'm so unsure about this game. It's like the maps actually loop, or... they are just like really big maps. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. No, I don't do that. Trying to find that. No, chicken! Ah, damn it, I didn't manage to get to the chicken. Also, it forces you to revive. You cannot give up in this map. Alright, so I didn't do anything, but I wasn't planning to do anything. I can turn off this now. Wait. And we can go back to the Gamescom just in time. But as you can see, for Vampire Survivors, I don't really feel like I have a lot to do left. There's a bunch of cryptic stuff like, oh, you can't unlock this by sucking on the dry titty of justice, and it's like, where's that? So this should be enough. Yeah, should be enough. Well, it's starting. Oh, I have it mute. Let me. Actually, I turned off my TV by mistake. Let me unmute it. My bad.
Welcome to the Gamescom Awesome Indie Show 2026. Coming up, we're highlighting some of the coolest, weirdest, most impressive, most ingenious independent games from this year's Gamescom.
It says most impressive, most ingenious, and I already saw cleaning simulator copy and that game with a shotgun and carts like copy. Maybe it's by the same developers, right?
Around in this environment.
We don't know.
Go anywhere. The Gamescom Awesome Indie Show 2026 starts right
now. The Gamescom epic, awesome, amazing indie show. It's about to start.
What's up,
don't go anywhere.
Welcome to the Gamescom Awesome Indie Show. I'm Damon Hatfield, coming to you from IGN's Los Angeles studio. Gamescom.
Do you think we're gonna see Nyko's room in here, maybe?
Every year, hundreds of studios from nearly 70 countries around the world make their way to Cologne, Germany, to share their work with you. And the Gamescom Awesome Indie Show is a chance to showcase some of the coolest
we have
new
cats.
from
We have
developers.
Bullet Hell.
You might know some of them. Others might be brand new.
We have a rat.
They're all doing incredible work. But like I said, Gamescom is an international affair, and the Gamescom Awesome Indie Show wouldn't be possible without all of IGN's teams around the globe working together. It's time to check in with my esteemed colleague across the pond, Jane Douglas.
Okay, playing Rumble is distracting. I'm gonna stop playing Rumble.
Thanks, Damon. I'm here in IGN's brand new London studio. Coming up, we'll be showing you a ton of trailers and dropping some exclusive release date reveals. But we'll also bring you some hands-on previews and talk to some devs about how these games came to life. In just a moment, we'll hit the Gamescom show floor to see some...
No joke, 3 out of the 4
But
games
first, there
look
are
like
millions
things that
of
already
games out there to
exist.
keep track of. And here at
Like
IGN,
carbon
we
copies.
pride ourselves on helping you find what to play next. Scan the QR code on screen and you'll be able to easily wishlist any games shown during the Gamescom Awesome
How
Indie
convenient.
Show
I'm gonna
or
wishlist anything.
elsewhere in
Have
our
no money.
Gamescom coverage. Now,
How about Gamescom
let's hand
sponsors
things over to
me?
our field team.
Thanks, Jane. You're watching the Gamescom Awesome Indie Show.
We're here on the Gamescom show floor, and it's massive and full of incredible video games to play.
That's right, and in just a bit, we'll get to play some awesome indie games. But first, it's time for some trailers. These next games take a classic idea and add a whole new spin to them.
Let's take a look at our first batch of games right here on the Gamescom Awesome Indies show.
Let's go. Awesome indie. Neon Hyperdrive. It's a music-based game. Okay, you're a ship and you're a car also. Alright, kinda funky. I don't like these kind of games because I have no rhythm, but they look fun. If anything, a little bit like neon generic. I mean, it's called Neon Hyperdrive, right? But hey, there's a demo if you want to. Chronoscript: The Endless End. Wow. Alright. A weird mix of 2D and 3D for the backgrounds. Seems hand drawn, right? You can tell the inspiration for this game, right? I don't have to tell you. Oh. Hey, it has a wife in it. It's kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie.
Little by little.
Oh, this is another thing that I really want to mention, like real hard, and I didn't have a chance to mention before. If you put streamers reacting to your game in your trailer or whatever, no, that fucking sucks and I hate it so much. Unless, of course, that streamer is me. Not really, it's like, jokes aside, it's like, I don't think, like, do you think me watching these people react to things are gonna be like, oh, this is awesome, I wanna react like this, and no.
Do not stop the car!
It's just also a constant reminder of how streamers, maybe those are the devs, right? I don't know. It's a constant reminder of how streamers always overreact to things.
Challenging because you are a cat.
Cat secretary.
This work has been exemplary. It has come to our attention that you have been doing tasks outside your
I'm gonna complain about these games a lot less because these are sort of indie games.
Although we may joke, this is no laughing matter. Among your offenses, you have been misusing company resources, destroying Doc's property, violating our non-compete clause, seducing our middle management, and
What?
sleeping on the job. Your personal improvement plan is to be a good corporate asset with a silly little face and tiny toe beans. Remember, the executives are always watching. Because they care about your performance. Thank you for listening. You're
Promoting streaming.
to improvement.
That's correct. That is correct, right? It's like you're almost telling people to not watch it, like to not buy the game, just watch it.
Secretary you can be.
I mean, I guess maybe you're also telling people like, if you're a streamer, play this game, right? How many streamers are there compared to normal people that play games, right? I mean, that game was. I'm sure it's someone for something, but not for me.
Meet Pawn, a tanuki with a good heart.
Tanuki.
Talent for doing things later.
Tanuki Punch Summer.
The Matsuri Festival is right around the corner.
The pronunciation of the Japanese.
In better centuries. So Pawn gets to work. A letter here, a package there, and a totally necessary backflip to top it off. Friends to make.
Yakuza did that much better.
Activities to do, stories to share, and a little quiet pride in a job done just right. And our Pawn, he's ready to make a difference. All it takes, one long summer to fix what matters most. Tanuki Pawn Summer. Wishlist now.
I mean, alright.
Solving a murder, navigating complex, intersecting political philosophies, and making morally great decisions sounds
This
complicated
gets
under
a
ideal circumstances,
Japanese like
but
mascot games,
some
not
tell you
my.
it's even harder when you're under lockdown in an apartment building on the eve of a world war. If you're a fan of Disco Elysium, keep an eye on this one.
What if I'm not?
Glass House.
If, on a morning
Glass
shift,
house.
you end up finding 3 corpses under your roof, what would you do? You call the vassals. Nah, there's a war outside. They'd arrest you out of caution. You solve the mystery. Good. You won't be alone. Your party are your flatmates. Though, can you trust them? No. Maybe you should run away.
No.
But how can you? The fiefdom of London stock is in lockdown. So, let me ask you again, comrade. If, on a morning shift, you find yourself trapped in a crime scene, what would
See, you just prove a point, which is people love to compare themselves to very popular games like, oh, this game it's like The Legend of Zelda, this game it's like Disco Elysium. I think people should really stop doing that kind of thing. It's like Crash Bandicoot with Animal Crossing, I don't know, right? Like, don't do that, just let the game speak for itself, right? Because at best, you're not doing you any good, like at worst, you're making people compare you to like a really amazing game that you will never live up to, probably. Glass House Elysium.
there's a spectre?
Really? I don't know anything about this. Sorry, Disco Elysium. So.
Stock.
Trapped both in his lockdown apartment building and the dystopian society of London stock,
Let me Google
Phil
Disco
Mare's
Elysium.
having an extremely bad day. Stepping into his shoes in atmospheric isometric RPG Glass House means dealing with the demands of the strange and abrasive residents, wrestling with a web of competing ideologies, and investigating a triple murder, all with a blinding hangover. Between its political musings, bleakly funny setting, and human train wreck of a protagonist, comparisons with Disco Elysium are unavoidable. Glass House wears its inspiration firmly on its sleeve, but it's shaping up to be much more than just a
Where
clone.
it's firmly on its
One
sleeve.
standout is its
It just
turn-based
looks
combat.
the same.
When things turn ugly,
No.
you're free to turn to fists or any weapons discovered during the investigation, rolling dice to inflict damage on the opponent's health. But words can also be just as
Holy
impactful
shit,
as
it
violence.
looks the same.
While the enemy keeps swinging punches,
You were
America
being
deploy
serious.
different styles of negotiation instead, ranging from
Even-
aggressive to persuasive.
They
to
even try to
subversive,
imitate the lighting and the
damage
colors
their
of
threat
things.
instead of their health, gradually calming them down. In the process, their resistances and weaknesses to particular kinds of argument will be revealed. But you can't just keep
But low-key, the
hammering away at
characters
same
look
approach.
like
Once you discover a
slightly more
clever
detailed
using
Hello
the same
Neighbors
argument multiple times in a row
models.
lessens its effectiveness, and each can only be used a certain number of times total before it's exhausted. A clever debater weaves it between different lines of attack to wear the target down. The strength of those different styles is determined by Wildmer's political outlook. Instead of upgrading traditional RPG stats with skill points, you invest points of view into ideologies, each inspired by real-world politics but reimagined to fit this strange world. Invest in the collectivist philosophy of mysticism, and the power of sensible arguments increases, while committing to capitalistic confucianism is the path to becoming more persuasive. Over the course of the game, more points of view are earned by musing on different political dilemmas thrown out by the world of London stock.
And there's something bothering me about those portraits.
Or an infringement on personal freedoms. Whatever your answer, you get to invest further in your chosen ideologies. Each particular combination even confers its own unique title, like the philosophical equivalent of a
bother you that some of the portraits look very in a different art style?
Colonialism and holisticism, the perfect build for somehow being the most reasonable guy in the room while also furiously berating anyone who disagrees with you. Of course, these decisions also affect what dialogue and choices are available while exploring the building, interacting with...
Wait, isn't those two ladies with like a glass face the meme of the girls and the cat laughing?
Ideology opens up its own possible courses of action based on how many points are invested in it, and every NPC
the hangover plotline, ideology, mechanic, and discussion politics are taken from Disco Elysium 2. You will never ever beat this. Cheap mobile report. It kinda looks cheap, to be honest. I don't know anything about Disco Elysium, but even I could tell it looks cheap.
One of Wildmer's first responsibilities in the game,
and really, take a look at the portraits, really. I might be being paranoid, but...
How much, however, is up to the player. They can be greedily hoarded, unfairly distributed in exchange for bribes, or portioned out according to apparent need, and you'd better believe that those that go hungry will remember it. With resources so scarce inside the building, the game's surprisingly extensive crafting system is another key feature. Items gathered from unattended drawers and cupboards can be combined to make equipment like bandages, onion soup, and, joints. These can be useful in combat,
drugs,
options in conversation, or in the
funny
case of lockpicks, unlock whole new areas to snoop around in for clues. Altogether, these systems point to an experience that, behind all the very Disco Elysium-style dark humor and surreal world building, is
dark humor,
a bit more mechanically varied than its obvious inspiration. It looks a touch closer to the feel of a traditional CRPG, only with...
Yeah, that's the fucking meme, right? You know which one I'm talking about.
It's an interesting twist on the formula, and certainly makes it clear that Glass House is more than just a
well, funny that you say that out, because...
ideologies best justifies unlocking every door in the building and stealing everything that isn't nailed down.
This is your last day, Wield.
I'm incredibly invested, and I want to see more.
Well, that did suck.
Awesome indie show. And wouldn't it be cool if there was a game, a Metroidvania even, about a cannon that thinks it's a sparrow? Well, good news, there is. Let's find out more about a game called About Cannons and Sparrows right here at Gamescom Awesome Indies Show. Follow me.
Cannon and Sparrows. Oh well.
About Cannons and Sparrows is a Metroidvania.
Nico Tiopanos.
With a little cannon which hatches from an egg and thinks it's a bird. He cannot shoot at the very beginning, so he tries to find its own ways to solve problems. The title, it's a German phrase which means to crack a nut with a sledgehammer, so to put too much effort in something. When I started a new company, I used to work like 20 years in the advertising industry, and this phrase was something I had
what the fuck is
in
this?
my mind when it comes to human resources and night shifts and so on. And so we started to call our company, which
it reminds me of Unraveled, but without the charm.
But after a while, we came up with the idea to make a game out of some visuals we made. I needed something...
Yeah, it shows,
a little bit more directly for the audience, and making your own product is something quite new to us, and yeah, this
it also looks like that game about the husband and wife that get turned into dolls.
What we experience. So this is why you play this little cannon in the world and you're a little bit lost.
It Takes Two. I have that game, but I forgot the name.
Now I need to shoot something. You're always trying to go the easiest way, but the game is kind of stopping you. And when we started, we thought, okay, what is the...
Like, honestly, it doesn't look appealing, and I don't want to be mean, because every time I hear these stories of people developing games like, oh, I had a dream and I make it through, it makes me incredibly happy for them, but it also that like
to make
me liking the product, it's a different story.
I created all those characters by sculpting them in VR. I really had a burnout at these days, and I try to find something which brings me back.
Wow, look at this fucking... look, okay, I no longer feel bad for shaming the game. Look, I'm scoping the game in VR. Like, fucking scope it like a normal person. There's no need to do it in VR. Just show up.
And this brought me back into creativity. I think there's always some spark anywhere.
But okay, but they look cool. I don't know how optimized they would be, but they look cool.
I was a kid, I wanted to make games, but I never was able to. And so the Unreal Engine and the modern, the modern tools are helping me with that. And maybe for others, the spark sits somewhere else. So like when I started sculpting with something, maybe took out some clay, some real clay, do something with that.
Seems like a nice guy, actually. Not interested in the game.
From about cannons and sparrows, and I really want to play the game. Can I, Nico?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes, let's go. Let's see what it's all about.
Yeah, woman, the game it's not that exciting. Chill.
So I got to play a bit of the demo, and to be honest, that is very fun. Like usually, like
of course you're gonna say that in front of the face of the guy. Yeah, it really reminds me of.
This one looks so cute. I think the cannon is
of Unravel, which was a really good game.
Natural. And also, the game dev said that I managed to do a jump that most people don't succeed on the first try. So there's that.
All right.
Okay, so here I am, the backseat gamer #1. How are you enjoying the game so far? What's your first impression?
Yes, it looks really
yes.
cool.
What is your first impression? Yes.
I'm cannon, and I'm not yet able to shoot, I think, but I'm flying. I like it, yeah.
That was a lot of fun, and to recognize that and your amazing achievement in this game, we have something for you.
Okay, but really cool cabinet. Like, jokes aside, that's a really cool, like, cabinet for the game. Not copy-paste worthy, but it doesn't look that original or interesting. Yeah. That's the other issue with being an indie dev in modern times, in the big 2026. Because, yeah, if you were an indie developer like 15 years ago, almost anything you made was like new and creative, right? But like, you can still do creative things, but people usually go for things that already exist and are proven to work, which diminishes the indie-ness of their efforts. We are honestly suffering from the fact that everyone that could be made, yeah. Or that also the fact that people think that adding one twist to an already established type of game, it's enough, right? Like, oh, play this RPG Maker, like RPG, sorry. My mind just auto-completes RPG with Maker every time. It's like this RPG, but you heal by spanking your mom. It's like, okay, but what else? There's nothing else.
Getting good. Sometimes that's the player's sole responsibility, but many games make that grind more fun through satisfying progression. Whether that's finding new items in a Metroidvania, unlocking new upgrades in a roguelike, or even just earning some XP and assigning some skill points. The next
Metroidvania, a roguelike.
Growing stronger. Take a look.
What is this pinball? I love me some pinball games. But what does it have to be roguelike? You don't have to make everything fucking roguelike. I mean, I feel like this game could actually benefit from the roguelikeness of it, since in pinball you die a lot anyway, right? But is this a score base, or do you have like story? I feel like you really need to add plot to these kind of games, but it looks fun. There's bosses, nice. So you pinball that shit, but you also control where it shoots, right? Alright. You know, I'll be damned. That's an interesting game. This one, for example, it's really not appealing. It has that specific like pixel art cartoony style that I usually associate with games that are not good. Not that the style looks bad, it's just often used by games that are not good games. And they always put the most stupid names in these games, like Sacrificer, Unclassed, Deadly Days Road Trip. Yeah, the previous game was pretty much nothing. This one, I see inventory management, which is always fun to do. I see bullet hell, cooperative game mode. Maybe it's the visual style that it's not doing it for me in this one. Yeah, it's like people try to force pixel art into everything, and it's just
balance in the world.
No. Things can just be 3D, you know. I feel like people just like make a 3D model and just slap the pixelated filter over it.
And in the darkness beneath the roots,
just let things be 3D.
A lowly snail. You were not born mighty. You were not made for this.
What?
But sometimes, the smallest of us must carry the heaviest burdens. Trust your friends. String your bow. Take up your blade. There is strength beneath the smallest shell. There is courage in the softest heart. Face what waits below and restore what has been lost.
And what has been lost? Do let me know what has been lost. I also think people don't put effort into reveals anymore. Sometimes they don't even try it. It's like, why even? Ooh. Why even bother making a? Like, I feel like the most important thing you can do with your game, it's the trailer. Like, if you're doing a serious game that you want to sell well and you want people to be interested in it, you have to put as much effort on the reveal, on the trailer, that on the game. This one, it's actually very interesting. Because I read it sometimes, I remember reading comments of actual indie devs saying like, oh, I don't put effort into my trailer because I have a demo version, right? So, yeah, but what makes you think people are going to go to the demo if they don't, if they're not appealed by the very interesting that the map it's the back of that person? Inkblood.
Up next on the Gamescom Awesome Indies show.
Wait, why are you stupid and not particularly wise? What happened?
And you'll only survive the horrors that await if you play your cards just right. No, I mean literally, because it's also a tarot-based deck builder. Have a look.
You know, I really like card games, but when it comes to video games with cards, I found most of them not fun.
Another pilgrim, so fragile, a little firefly that plays with such passion.
Whoa. Guys, hear me out.
Build your deck. Strengthen the souls of your
I did some coding without giving up at the first headache, which is instantly. Nice. That's how you stop being not wise and you become wise. Look, I like the slightly female monster, but that's about it.
Your soul is branded in Furious, a chance at redemption. In this roguelike deck builder, just making it to the card table.
Your soul is like in this roguelike. Fucking shit, kill yourself. No.
Loves making eye contact. Infurious is a unique combination of first-person horror and tabletop strategy set in a truly unsettling vision of hell
in this
itself.
dark world, when everyone is suffering, roguelite.
Descending through the layers of the underworld is a daunting task.
No.
In Infurious, hell
I managed to break the saving mechanic, and only now I figure out how Sugary will cry and scream of joy.
The game's 9 levels are inspired by Dante's Divine Comedy. There's more than a little Lovecraft in here too, in the impossible architecture.
And this is Inscription. Yeah, I told you it feels. I didn't know the name of the game, but that's the game.
It's a world as visually arresting as it is disturbing.
I assumed they were
The souls that haunt these
copying.
foreboding halls seem lost, like they've forgotten their purpose. Some lie catatonic on the cold floor or pray hopelessly, while others simply stare at you as you pass. But some of them, and it can be difficult to tell which until they spring to life, are hunters ready to relentlessly pursue a tasty traveler. After several minutes of quiet exploration, walking past everything from gnarled hands...
Several minutes of quiet exploration, also known as several minutes of just walking simulator.
Some monsters can be warded off with the lantern, but its supply of light is limited, burns faster when held out defensively, and it doesn't work on the more distorted horrors. A little stealth can be helpful, but inevitably sneaking soon turns into panic sprinting to the next safe room with echoing footsteps a hair's breadth behind every step of the way. Survive these encounters, and the reward is to sit down opposite a creature much like the ones that were just trying to make a snack of you and play some cards. The deck is made up of 2 things: Major Arcana.
But why this monster will play cards against me
which serve as your minions, and
when they
stat
can just
buffs that
eat
can be
me?
applied to those minions to help keep them alive and battle the enemy. The Arcana are deployed across a trio of lanes, 1 in each, and once both players have taken a turn by playing 3 cards, they attack whatever is in front of them in order of their speed stat. If that's an enemy Arcana, they'll deal damage to it. If the lane ahead of them is empty, they'll attack the other player directly, removing one of their 5 lives. The rules are simple, but there's a real tension to these showdowns that echoes the horror of the exploration side of the game. Each card can only be played once, and if an Arcana dies, other cards have to be sacrificed to make that lane available again. So just throwing minions in the way of enemy attacks is a survival strategy that very quickly runs out of steam. At the same time, if an enemy Arcana is able to stay on the board for too long, greedily gobbling up buffs, it can become effectively unstoppable. Anything put in front of it will simply die before it has a chance to get strong enough to even fight back. Preventing that in all 3 lanes is tough, and more often than not, winning the match is its own kind of sprint for survival. If you can't slay an Arcana, you can only hope to outpace it, getting enough hits in across the other 2 lanes to defeat the enemy before they can take full advantage of their creation. Win, and the reward is a creepy treasure chest that opens itself, wizened arms extending to offer a choice of new
Why
cards
they
to
spend
add
so
to
much
deck.
time trying to convince you
At
that
first,
these
the differences
ripoffs are
between
not a
Arcana seem
ripoff?
subtle, but their unique stats, whether higher in attack, defense, health, or speed, have a big impact on how they're best used and kept alive. So it's
We live in
wise to
the time of
consider each new addition
copycats. Just look at every
The ultimate
TikTok
goal
trend
of
forever, right?
Infurious
People
is
just like to
descend through
copy
the
1
9
thing
layers of hell.
that was
Treachery,
popular
lust,
instead of
greed, anger, and a few other
going through the
unsavory
gruesome and
feelings,
horrible
and to
pains
defeat
of
the bizarre
creating
demonic
something
horrors of
original.
each one. That is, if you can survive the mutant babies, fleshy spider monsters, and much worse things that stand between you and the card table. Death isn't the end, at least. It's just a one-way ticket back to Limbo, where
Also, if you remove the card games, it looks like every fucking walking simulator horror game that came after Amnesia from the last 20 years.
all this hard work, well, we shudder to think.
This is your
Vagina monster. Suecia Games.
A new strategy game where 4X meets Colony Sim.
Conquist.
Lead your people in
Type
a
of
living
wheels.
world and conquer it all.
Whoa, that was such an unique and interesting game concept. I'm incredibly invested and I want to see more.
Every citizen has a will of their own. Your decisions reshape.
Yeah, I'm not managing all these people. No, fuck that.
Will you choose diplomacy or conflict? No two empires are ever the same. Forge your destiny. Conquista, Tide of Wills.
I mean, alright.
You're rocking with the Gamescom Awesome Indie Show. As you can see,
Oh, what the hell?
Here at Gamescom, which reminds me of our next game, a fast-paced twin stick shooter, 9 rounds.
That's really cool. Holy shit!
But before we play it, we'll hear from the team creating it, right? Right. And speaking of connecting with passionate members of the gaming community, Gamescom
That's actually kind of sick.
Content hub you won't want to miss. Players from all around the world get access to streams, trailers, and exclusive content from Gamescom and the games showcased on the show floor, along with Gamescom's shows. It's amazing.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I'm gonna be covering today indie games, tomorrow the cosplay show, and maybe the last stream, maybe, and that's gonna be it for Gamescom.
Across 7 chapters, new tasks, challenges, and loot await you. Check out Gamescom.global or follow this QR code. But now it's time for 9 Rounds Rapid.
That's kind of cool.
My name is Joe Plant. I'm the director,
Joe Plant,
and the dev of our game 9 Rounds Rapid.
Yeah, there is a cosplay show. Let me check.
I was lead animator for Fatboy Slim and Iron Maiden. I have always been hugely inspired by games.
The cosplay contest. It's a cosplay contest, not show. Sorry.
They've informed
which
my
is
sense of style and production, from the get-go, and they've been a huge inspiration.
in 44 hours.
The art style always comes first. I can't help myself.
So it's 8 AM for me. So I'm gonna maybe be a little late to this one.
Kind of backwards. You're supposed to get everything blocked out and
Of August 29th, so in 2 days.
First, and then we built the game.
I think it's just gonna be the cosplay contest, and that's about it. Wait, 2 days from now?
So
It's Friday. Okay, yeah.
It came out naturally.
Yeah, probably just gonna do the cosplay show, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be
But
it.
it's the fun way. So it's all designed, concepted on pencil and paper, and all the textures are made in pencil and paper. Then the 3D models are designed in 3D, obviously, and then we wrap those textures around them.
I will forever be impressed by these kind of people, because I would and I could never, and I mean never, do that kind of thing.
Print that out and then rework into the original work with more ink work, and then re-wrap it, re-project it onto the models. Through the process of building it up that way, you keep a kind of organic feel to the work. There's more of me in it as well. It's very fun, it's very satisfying, and the end results speak for themselves.
Like, for example, that's a really
How's my past work influenced
interesting way of putting
say
part of you in the game, which makes it unique, right?
So everything's growing from the last job and the last job. I'm educating myself constantly and teaching myself and learning. It's informed by it all, but it's evolved from it. My advice to the next generation of artists is to believe in yourself and keep on going and put in the work and just do it. And doors will open, and enjoy it, love the art, and just make it for the sake of it. If you keep on doing it enough, it will work.
Really nice. Sorry, really nice.
We made it to the 9 Rounds Rapid booth here on the show floor, and it's time to finally play the game. Let's go. I had so much fun.
You know, that's the kind of passion you can get behind us as not only a fellow creator, but just as a person.
Until I couldn't. That is exactly the kind of game I love. It reminds me of
This is someone I've been suffering for this, but I'm gonna make it because it's what I wanna do, regardless of the consequences. And you're like, fuck yeah, man.
The art direction and the robot enemies and everything, it is exactly what I want to play more of. But hey, I should probably let other people play this game too, so let's go see what the folks at Gamescom think of it. All right, so you just played through the 9 Rounds Rapid demo here at Gamescom. What'd you think of the combat?
Very intuitive, very self-explanatory. I had zero problems figuring out what to do.
Twin stick, it
You
seems.
aim, you shoot, you kill, and you move on, and that's what I like.
Joe, we just want to give you this certificate of recognition. It's called Your Heartbeat Called. It's Concerned, which means it's very tense and challenging, and that really worked for me, so congrats.
Thank you so much. We very much appreciate it.
All right, before we go check out some awesome indies, here's a quick reminder of what you can expect from Gamescom 2026.
All right. Can you believe that I have never ever played one game of like Clash of Clans or any other game that resembles it? Like never. And it's not that I didn't want to, but when those games started becoming popular, I have a really shitty phone that couldn't play anything. So I kind of like I missed the beginning of it. So by the time I got a phone that could play something, I really lost interest into it. I had a couple of friends that were really like back then, were really into them, right? Like, oh my god, you have to climb and do shit and competitive, and I'm gonna be a professional Clash of Clans player. Oh, you're right, buddy. Why does everything has to be a fucking management sim? If I wanted to do this, I will just do it in real life and get paid. Fud Truck Empire. Also, I'm so sick of these games that all of them look the same and play the same.
There are countless artistic mediums that can be used to tell compelling stories or deliver stunning visuals, but one thing that makes games truly unique is their ability to turn players loose in a whole self-contained microcosm they can explore on their own. Up next, we're checking out a few awesome indies that we can't wait to explore for ourselves. Take a look.
Odd Town. So I went into jail of this simulated pixelated. These bars look old and rusty. What? Why do the cops keep tasing me? Different ways to escape. Crowbar? Did I steal that crowbar? Oh yeah, stealing money. Let's go. Oh, they blocked the hole. You have to go. Oh, okay. So every time. Okay, that doesn't seem realistic. I played them when absolutely everyone at my school was playing them. They were fun, I suppose, but they were games you could only get obsessed. If you want to get to the top, Clash Royale especially, once the giants start getting your way, all the fun goes out the window. That one about like stealing kind of looked interesting.
He isn't as legendary as Ava yet, but he offers a whole new way to play. He's a little less flexible and a bit shorter, but he compensates by tilting
Karen on the trail, deep water.
And it's even more impressive when a pro climber in training tops out on a project. And we have plenty of new projects for you. Discover the challenges set by legendary climber Otto Mondo. More bite-sized climbs still packed with the challenge and discoveries you expect from Cairn. Get started in a climbing gym filled with technical routes. And then trek to a tropical deep water paradise.
Alright.
And a collection of ruins on a remote island.
Oh yeah, lots of fun things here. As long as you don't mind water.
These new locations up the challenge while
These guys sound like excited and not excited at the same time. Well,
making deep water solo a great choice for hardcore training.
I made a splash.
However, you'll still start from the bottom if you fall into the drink. To preserve Cairn's survival challenge, we've introduced energy mode for these new climbs. You only have a certain...
Yeah, these guys are like trying too hard to make this game look like super appealing and like amazing. And it's like, yeah, it's a climbing game, my dude, relax. There's like a billion of this on Steam.
To the climbing gym of your dreams. On the Trail brings you more of the sweaty controller climbs you love from Cairn, with exciting new twists. Marco and 3 new climbing locations will be waiting for you, and On the Trail releases later this year.
Future, no thanks.
In a future where our police have lost all dignity. Are you an actual cop?
Sir, I'm a public safety officer. I enforce the law with kindness and vulnerability.
What the fuck is this?
Dress up like animals.
I hate this so much.
We are the feral furries, the coolest kids in the Anthropocene.
I don't know who made this, but I hate them so much. Like, never do anything again, please.
We have universal health care. You didn't pay for it.
If everything is free, well, then I'll take 10 euthanasias.
Me too, man. Me too.
Where was I going with that? So what's this last quest list?
Before you die, you have to eat a real steak.
Hell yeah!
Smoke a cigar.
Appropriate.
Drink a Coke.
I hate this so much.
Drive a combustion engine car.
Ooh.
Get into a fist fight.
Oh, I always wanted to do that.
This is like the most unfunny shit I have ever seen. I'm so sorry.
Future. No thanks.
My lifespan has been shortened by that. Does fade. But this is Kingdom Hearts ass game. And I'm just saying that by the way the guy holds the sword. Okay, maybe not so much Kingdom Hearts as it is any other platforming game.
I won't leave without Mira. I need to find her.
Like, take for example this. It shows a lot of gameplay, but it doesn't really tell you anything about the game, right? So how are you supposed to build interest in the game if it doesn't tell you anything?
To System 60, you've been hired, which means that in this training video, you'll learn.
We have seen this before, right?
New workplace. Your primary responsibility at System
Pipes.exe,
is testing
yeah.
our new products and identify any possible bugs. You'll be using our revolutionary geometry testing system. The bugs can be found anywhere inside, so be very observant when traversing the virtual landscapes. But thanks to the world's first fully visualized bug detection, even a brainless mannequin has a chance at success, which means so do you. While System 6D is a technology company, our greatest asset will always be our people. Guys, how am I supposed to work under these conditions, huh? You can look forward to free lunches. Join our friendly team. Together, we can make Geometry OS the shape of the future. All you need to do is answer the call.
This one, for example, it's a really nice video game trailer. Like, it builds interest into the game. It talks about the narrative and everything. And solid.
Games like Inside, Little Nightmares, and
Of course, they have a bunch of budget for that, right?
Particular subgenre. Our next Awesome Indie has similar vibes, but features an extremely novel mechanic that should majorly shake up gameplay. Here's a look at 4 AM right here at the Gamescom Awesome Indie Show.
4 AM. What is this about? I wonder. It's a game about light and moving objects. Never seen before mechanics. I heard Little Nightmares, how dare you speak of her name? Man, a lot of these games wants to be like Limbo, Little Nightmares so bad. You know, if it's a Limbo clone or a Little Nightmares clone, depending on how much detail the things have. Forever. I can't talk about that because I didn't like the first Little Nightmares. I'm still mad they took $40 from me. What's with the 3 frames per second light in there? Oh, what is this? Work in progress.
Stealth adventure, the key to staying alive is one unusual tool: the power to clone objects around you. 4AM's bleak
isn't that the fucking premise of the Princess Zelda game? The Echoes of Wisdom
gives the player a much higher level of agency to find their own creative and unique path through the game. The name is certainly appropriate. You know that feeling of waking up at some ungodly hour, bleary-eyed and confused, and being spooked by a light passing by the window? That's pretty much the
I don't see the idea of the name, my dude. I'm so sorry.
After having escaped from some kind of experiment or human harvesting system, the world is oppressively dark, but seeking out the light is not a good idea. Glaring beams indicate the presence of the Yellow, a mysterious evil force served by robotic headlamp-faced creatures.
Evil Yellow people.
But perhaps it's not all bad.
I wonder if they have a king.
Seems to power Ayla's node, the strange device on her back. It's this.
It's only the original ones they talk about.
The key to traveling across this
Maybe it's the ones that pay the most money.
Usually in this subgenre, the environments are just background imagery to shuffle past on the way to the next objective, with anything interactive positioned.
I have seen the sponsor tag in some of them. So.
2.5D areas demand more
By the way, what is with the kinky clothes of this guy?
Far in the background are still a viable target to be copied. That crate lying forgotten in the shadows, for example, could be crucial to getting up to a high ledge. Copy it, stack it.
Yeah, we get it. It's a puzzle game. We get it. You don't need to explain every single fucking thing in the puzzle system. It's a puzzle game. We know. Shut up.
With a full physics engine and the ability to copy a wide range of objects and place them wherever you want, creative players can find their own unique ways to progress. Where one person builds a carefully balanced bridge of planks, another might improvise a makeshift staircase of crates. The system promises to branch off in all sorts of unique directions as different puzzles and environmental effects present themselves. From changing the elevation of platforms by stacking them with heavy objects,
wow, never seen before.
A crate on fire before placing it to burn away a barrier, to dropping a metal pipe between 2 generators to enable the flow of electrical current between them.
That's like the most basic fucking puzzles that have existed since forever, but in 3D. Which also have existed since forever.
Spider robots, so stealth and speed are key. Duplicated objects can provide something to hide behind, for example, and enemies react to sound and motion, so a crate dropped in the right place can be a clever piece of misdirection. What's really compelling is that at the same time that these elements grant the player much more agency than in other cinematic side-scrollers, they also seem to enhance the feeling of vulnerability.
Other cinematic sides, I don't believe I have heard the term cinematic side-scroller before.
Way through. Her wobbly constructions often collapsing behind her as gravity takes hold. When she escapes from a mechanical monster, it's by the skin of her teeth, sprinting for safety as stealthy plans start to fall apart. There's no sense of safety to be found here.
Wait, it is a woman?
The environment for possible tools only highlights how vast and mysterious the looming backdrop is. Ayla feels tiny and defenseless as she scrambles past strange.
Why? Because she's a woman? Huh? Misogynist. Why couldn't it be a man?
What exactly happened to this seemingly crumbling civilization is deliberately mysterious, with a story that, as in 4AM's inspirations, seem to be told without any dialogue.
Oh yeah, it's environmental storytelling. My excuse to not make any fucking lore, right? Like any dialogue or anything.
Technology gone awry? And just as there's a focus on player agency in the puzzle,
yeah, this just seems like lazy and uninspired.
Important decisions as Ayla happens upon different events playing out in the world, such as discovering a cage full
Did the falling off was the object just spawning? Yeah.
Device, she can choose whether to pass on by.
You have to say fancy words so people get impressed by you. Normal gameplay stuff.
Like there's nothing new to see among Limbo and Inside's many imitators and successors, but 4AM makes one of the most convincing pitches of recent years.
Not really, my man. I'm so sorry to break it to you, but it doesn't make the most appealing of cases. Presented by SoftSource. It says advertisement there, you see? I've been itching for a good like Fire Emblem type of game since I played Unicorn Overlook, which was really, really good, but I need more. But not with these character designs. Yeah, not this one, definitely. I would like to know what is with this like pseudo anime style that a lot of games are in nowadays. Like, it's like trying to be super cutesy and just it just looks the same as every other fucking game ever. Type of art. It just kills me so much. No.
You're watching the Gamescom Awesome Indies show.
Yes.
The world can be crazy and confusing and so loud. So sometimes what you gotta do is you gotta play something really relaxing and calm. Luckily, that's exactly what our next game, Snow Track, is all about. So let's learn more about how the game was made and play it ourselves. Let's get out of the sun and into the cold.
Hi, I'm Victor, and
Victor
I make the game Snow Track, which is a simulation of you just being a kid during winter in a beautiful.
You don't have to say a simulation. You can say a game.
Around, explore, and play around with your friends also.
Why do people use this word simulation? It's a game, my boy.
For me is you're being driven by your curiosity.
It's a game where you're a kid, not a simulation.
Outside, you're just like, oh, I want to go that way. So that's the game I wanted to make, and it felt right to have it around sort of a...
Hello, Sugar Camel. Thank you for coming through. How are you doing? You missed a bunch of things, but nothing particularly of notice. There is a bunch of games that are cloned of other very popular games.
I wanted to do is nature, so I moved up north to like almost a polar circle. You just kind of walk around in environments like these and make tracks and destroy snow and stuff.
This is the kind of thing sometimes I cannot get behind. It might be because I'm a miserable person, but when people go through these like ideas of like, I like doing this, so I'm gonna make a game out of this, which is perfectly fine. But you cannot expect other people to be interested in like your particular favorite thing, right? If you don't make it funny, that is.
So, like in the game, a place to kind of unwind for a bit.
Look, I enjoy scratching my ass. I'm not gonna make a game about scratching my ass. I'm not rebels.
In to the river below. To me, winter is one of the seasons, right? And I think humans, we also have seasons where we go in and reflect on things or rest for real. And I feel like we're not always doing that in our culture.
Oh, that's a nice crafting. I like it.
This is a game a lot about reflection and sort of rest and all those kind of aspects. I wanted to see if I could make an environment or a space for you to be in without me giving you points for it. Like if I remove the points, would you still want to be in the environment? And not anti-game, but a different type of project. Seeing how nature is up there.
I'm really not gravitating towards this.
The surprising thing was also with sounds, like the absolute quiet that you can find up there.
You had hookshot, dragons, and parries.
It's quiet, like here. It's quiet.
You could use with more games in desolated snowy environments. Really cool. It's a pretty underrated setting.
For the soundscape in the game. There's good things if you have a...
But there has to be something to do, right?
I've been moving around.
And the desolation must be on purpose and not because there's nothing in it, right?
Value in the place you come from.
I remember I played one in the game that I didn't upload to the channel because my review of it was like miserable and I didn't want to like cap the developer because of that. But it was something like this. It was like, oh, it's a desolated game. But when you play the game, it feels desolated because there's nothing in the game, not because it's like the impression that it wants to give you.
So relaxing, actually. Playing in the snow is a lot of fun. Everybody knows that. And the problem is you get cold like really, really soon. So snow
also cannot relate because I have never been in the snow.
No cold for you at home, but it's certainly a lot of fun walking through the snow, throwing snowballs, collecting things. It's giving a very, very wholesome vibe. Guys are awesome. You can keep playing. I'll just hold the microphone. How are you enjoying?
Is that guy eating something?
I'm figuring it out right now.
Hey, what are you eating?
I think I'm gonna like it.
Are you eating fries with a? Was that a fork?
Like, game is calming or like relaxing kind of, or are you like?
It hasn't snowed here in 10 years. It hasn't snowed here in 300 years.
So yeah,
I don't know.
Right now.
Awesome. So if you look for a place for some quiet in the Gamescom, then this is where you should go. What a charming and very calming game. We have a bit of an...
The thing is, I don't know what the game is about.
Special category.
Yeah, you can craft, you can walk, you can make lines in the snow, but...
I think this winter...
Like, what is it about? Like, just spending a good winter with your friends? Or?
And yeah, I loved playing this game, and I hope you guys check it out as well. Keep watching the Gamescom Awesome Indies show.
It's like, if I can see your indie game being a mini game in Yakuza, we are having trouble. If you're trying to sell it as a full game. Say it. Cook. This seems like the interdimensional vending machine or something like that. Clover Pit 2. All right.
Up next on the Gamescom Awesome Indies show, a look at some games that are trying new things narratively. Maybe that's telling a story unlike anything we've heard before, or maybe it's dealing with familiar subject matter, but told in a whole new way. In either case, they are well worth checking out.
That is a ripoff of a ripoff.
I never knew much about my grandfather.
Deck of Memories.
Whenever I saw him at the lighthouse, he was tinkering with his cards.
Walking simulator? Storytelling? No.
He found a way to keep his memory.
No card game? Right. I'm gonna make a card game out of the memories of my grandfather. Interesting.
I followed the path and used what he left behind to uncover every fragment of his memory.
Actually, cool concept.
Flew by. All these stories made me feel like a child again. I'm glad he kept them for me. Wherever he is now.
Okay, like, great concept. I like this one. I really like this one. I continue to be blessed with living in a rural mountain area. I live in the middle of nowhere with nothing here but in touch with nature. I see. Book Nook. Which looks about the same as the other one. Oh, she's pregnant! What did you do, man? I feel like this guy remembering it. That's kind of cute, actually. I like the other one better, but this one's also kind of cute. Acne Village of Calamity. Oh no! Don't you start with the... Holy shit! Oh, don't you start with the shining scene and... Jesus. Ooh. Sepharu Interactive. Gonna take your pills like a good game protagonist. Alright. Let me guess, Indonesian? People floating in the sky like if it was Death Stranding. Nah, why does it have to be a shooter? I was expecting like a more adventure-y thingy. And of course it has to have magical powers. What? Look, I fucking hate when games talk like that. I feel like it only works in Animal Crossing barely. Ah, this is an aesthetic nightmare, Jesus Christ. That is a shameless rip of Control. Get a what? Save down from in real life villains. No. No. I can tell this is gonna be a fucking nightmare of a game. You can go up in the chat to get the copy pasta. Yeah. Usual June. No.
Hello and welcome to Isle Goblin, a game where you and your friends work together to fight off the nasty humans that have invaded your island. Unfortunately for you, it won't be easy, so you'll need to explore for resources, fight humans, steal their strange and mysterious artifacts, and encounter terrifying bosses. Then you'll come home to rebuild your town and help out all your goblin villagers. The NPCs will have little lives and desires of their own, and you can befriend them by giving them gifts, doing tasks for them, or inviting them to come follow you around. Now speaking of friends, the game supports multiplayer with up to 7 of your real-life goblin pals. You can pillage dungeons, solve puzzles, slay humans, and raise spider babies together to your heart's content. Now I've just signed a deal with a publisher, so I was able to quit my job and now I'm working on it full time. It's progressing fast and I'm going to start public playtesting soon, so make sure to head on over to Steam and click this big button here to get in line if that sounds fun. You can also of course wishlist it to get an email when it does release. And with that, thanks for watching and hopefully I'll see you around on Isle Goblin.
Yeah, that game was Indonesian, I was right.
Plenty of games that involve solving puzzles in haunted locations, and lots more that let you dabble in building renovation and interior decoration, and even a few games that feature interactive musical numbers. But as far as we know, there's only one game.
Mind gobbling this nuts, lol. Got him.
There are no ghosts at the Grand, part of the Gamescom Awesome Indies show.
Alright.
Welcome to the Grand Hotel. Once a glittering jewel.
Wait, this guy's again?
Prestige, but now just a crumbling ruin, a mere shadow of its former self. I am Robert C. McBrushy.
Didn't we see this one the other day?
The English seaside town of Kingswood on Sea. And you're gonna need a guide, son, because folk have been acting a wee bit.
You're gonna need a gay son? What did you say?
Every room I clear, the more of the hotel I unlock, the more the house seems to be coming alive.
No, yeah, on the previous stream that I did of the opening night of
this house does things
of the Gamescom. Because I remember it was like a music track over gameplay. I remember the stupid cartoon mascot. A musical Lovecraftian renovator. Alright then. Why is he power washing the arcade cabinet?
Looks like I'm not the only one who's been here.
No, not the fucking talking gun. No, take that away from me. No. This I knew this was gonna fucking suck.
Lovecraftian mystery, part ghost hunting shooter. There are no ghosts at the Grand is overflowing with creative ideas. From characters breaking into interactive musical numbers, to busting ghosts with paint and power tools, to literally stepping into a village's forgotten memories to discover its dark past, it's an adventure quite unlike anything else you'll play this year.
I don't know about
American Chris David inherits a rundown hotel and a fading English.
It looks like any fucking of these games that I have seen.
The way he goes about restoring the building to its former glory. Rather than using paint rollers and a power drill, David is handed a set of high-tech.
Look, it even has the same rotation dial that the power washing games.
the process, no matter how much he protects.
Why do the developers of these games and the people that promote them like to assume that you haven't played any other fucking game in your life?
Instantly apply a new coat of paint to a room and somehow even shoot out wallpaper and new floorboards. Objects can be moved around
Like a
with the
Pip-Boy?
furniture, which can also instantly summon up everything from beds to chairs to pianos, and the turbovac sucks up any loose debris, from fallen leaves to bits of broken furniture, and where
Call me the
ejects it
turbovac
back
because
out
I
again,
suck.
too. With such an impressive arsenal, renovation is quick and easy, especially with how forgiving the game is of the little details. It'll automatically fill in the edges of a wall once the majority of it's been painted, making for a pleasingly gentle experience that's simple, but with plenty of room for creativity. Certain rooms and areas offer a specific set of challenges to complete,
Sounds
such as
like
fully clearing them of debris, putting up a fresh
your
coat of
mom's a
wallpaper,
turbo
fixing
bag.
all the wonky hanging portraits. There's pleasure to be had in carefully picking over the room, searching for all the little elements that need fixing. But equally, if you're feeling less patient, each gun has a scanner that highlights objects you still need to use it on, allowing for a quick speed run through the tasks instead. There are even little puzzles to discover and solve as the decoration work goes on. A set of seasonal paintings, for example, offers a reward if rearranged back in the right order of spring through winter. But beyond the hotel, there are much bigger mysteries in need of investigation. Progressing through the story means meeting the colorful locals, exploring the village and nearby islands, and getting to the bottom of a supernatural mystery involving ghosts, Lovecraftian monsters, and an eerie black slime.
I think I've discovered where the weird black slime on the beach is coming from.
It's the cat. It's the cat. It's obviously it's the cat.
Leaking straight from hell.
And the best part? Much of it is delivered in musical form. Exactly why the local inhabitants are so prone to bursting into song, we couldn't tell you, but it's a charming way to learn more about their personalities and the village's plight. Thankfully, the musical numbers don't grind the game to a halt, often accompanying the action rather than simply being a cutscene. You even get to
I don't know.
certain parts, picking dialogue choices that both change the lyrics of the verses and affect how characters feel about you.
Just based on the singing and the 3 lines we have listened from the protagonist, the fucking sense of humor of the game is sass. I assure you of that.
David gets stranded, and though the decorating guns are handy for creating a comfortable camp, when night falls, the supernatural creeps in. A strange black cat follows David and reveals it can talk in an Australian accent, because why not?
Haha, funny, Australian.
While ghostly figures waver in the
I
air,
told you,
strange
it's
monsters emerge
so
from the
ass.
shadows.
You can tell when things are ass.
Despite the game's otherwise cozy feel. One sequence involves a swarm of creepy shape-shifting chairs, which could change the way you look at furniture forever. It's right about now you realize how versatile the decorating guns really are. A leaping monster can be put down with a shot from the sandblaster, while an invisible spirit needs to be sprayed with paint to be revealed. And yes, of course you can suck up ghosts with the vacuum.
Run, boy! Run! They keep coming.
They might just be the key to getting some answers too. Exploring at night reveals.
This is like that fucking game from the creator of Rick and Morty with the fucking talking gun. It's so cringe.
Around them match how it used to look.
But I'm assuming that's what kids like nowadays. So what do I know, right?
Dark Lovecraftian truths by moving around furniture, cleaning up junk, and arranging books back onto their shelves. A tidy up and a fresh coat of paint really can solve any problem then. And as the game progresses, that philosophy is applied across the whole village, and you're tasked with renovating shops.
I think it's that one. I don't really remember the name.
A place for everything and everything in its place, including monsters from beyond.
I just remember that I hate it so
What could
much.
be more satisfying than that?
Don't look so smug. You're trapped here too.
Rest in the living waters. Fear the word.
Being and becoming.
Trembling.
There's another advert site.
Where are we?
Hell, my best guess. It is the faith that betrayed us.
Look, more Metroidvanias. Don't you guys want more Metroidvanias that have exactly the same mechanics as Hollow Knight? And kinda like Blasphemous, I guess.
Another story ends, just as I had written it.
Two nameless aspiring martyrs, one for faith and one for mankind. Let us see whose death will do more for their convictions.
We are never getting anything original anymore.
I will be by your side every step of the way.
I feel like sometimes all the effort of these developers goes two ways because they don't sit down and think of a good idea.
Our love for classic gaming, but also has its own little secret. I'm heading to the Gamescom indie area to check it out, but before we get there, let's learn what this retro roguelike with a twist is all about.
Retro roguelike with a twist. What do you guys think the twist is gonna be?
To make this game by a very personal story of mine. Growing up, I had a very close friend, and the way that we bonded, the way that we shared our time together was playing video games.
Like everyone else.
A new game from our local Rogers Video or Video Update, and that was just what we did. It's what we talked about. It's how we built our friendship. And unfortunately, shortly after high school, this friend of mine, he passed away. He got ill. There was really not much we could do in the time that we had. And about maybe 10 years after that, I was back at my parents' house and I was going through my stuff in the garage, my old stuff, found my old video game consoles, and I started hooking them up and playing them just for old time's sake to see what I had, go down memory lane. And his save data was still in those games. So that idea of his, what I call the digital ghost, was still living in
this is like a creepypasta, but
that was such a
without the creepy.
Uniquely modern form of grief. So I wanted to make a game about this idea of digital ghosts and what happens when
all things considered interesting concept
of these video games that we may have shared with someone who was important to us. The idea of this game is that you're actually playing someone else's copy of Dungeon Lurker. This isn't your copy, this isn't your game system, this isn't your space.
So personalized copy of video game, yeah.
Someone who had it. Even in ways that probably won't.
Look, man, you can just tell me you read a bunch of creepypastas. You don't have to make up all of this. I mean, he's probably not making up anything, but
basement setup is. It's an old TV that really a whole setup that just hasn't been touched since the 90s or since the early 2000s. And I really want players to feel like they're.
It kind of reminds me of the Shrek segment in the My House.1.
Through the lens of the games that they played, the media they consumed, whatever it is. We went with a very action-focused, roguelite kind of experience because...
No roguelite. Why roguelite?
It's really my bread and butter. It's the type of games that we would play together as kids as well. Magic Sword being a big influence there. But also we want players to really feel invested in the game world. Really drawn in to a point where they might even be totally taken off guard or surprised.
I hope they pulled it off well because the concept it's solid.
Overarching meta narrative. Sometimes the gameplay can be very simple because it's more focused on the story. But we want a game that you can really sink your teeth into. It's got pretty intense, more methodical combat. It's a little more arcadey in its design. The story here is really
that's got kind of funky illustration.
We're very passionate about the design and the game experience.
It actually looks good, huh? The sound is also good.
If my friend was still alive and he got to play the game, I think he'd enjoy it. I think he'd dig it. And I would hope and I would believe that he would appreciate it, because I mean there's a lot of stuff I didn't get to see.
Despite the roguelite thing, which they probably made because everything nowadays is roguelite and I think they have to, the game actually looks solid. Dungeon Lurker, I'm gonna mark that one.
Well, I've made it to Dungeon Lurker.
Shrek is an extremely important figure in the My House.1 narrative.
So let's do that.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying it reminded me of that part of the experience.
So yeah, Dungeon Lurker is awesome. I'm so glad I got to play it right here at Gamescom. The art direction is so cool. The combat is really fun and challenging, and it's packed with secrets that I just love. Little Easter eggs from that era. Being able to pull out and see the living room and flip through a manual that has actual handwritten notes in it just reminds me of the era of video games I grew up playing in with my friends. So it just makes me really happy that this exists. I cannot wait.
It has like a big nostalgia factor, right?
Well, that's what I thought of Dungeon Lurker, but let's find out what someone at Gamescom thinks about it.
So Bjorn, you're playing through the Dungeon Lurker demo right here on the Gamescom show floor. What do you think of it?
Oh, it's fantastic. Like, it has really great beat-em-up influences for an action game, so enemies actually swarm you, play intelligently. I'm interested to see where this goes.
Yeah, me too. I'm a huge fan of the sort of very crunchy, grimy pixel art aesthetic. The way the camera is kind of panned out a little bit and on this angle is really smart. And yeah, all the bells and whistles kind of underneath the hood of like hopping into the manual, seeing the living room, all that stuff is such a nice touch.
He already said the living room thing 3 times.
I mean, whoever came up with the idea for these arcade cabinets, like, needs to get the raise. It looks great.
Alex, thank you
that
so
is
much
taking
for
from
having us here
Tunic
and
as
letting us play
well.
Dungeon Lurker. It's awesome.
Okay, but to be fair, Tunic took that from other games too, so.
Watch out. This one's got a secret, and I think it has quite a few, in fact.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having us, and we can't wait to play more Dungeon Lurker. And those are just a few of our favorite awesome indies here at Gamescom, but there are so many more games here. As you can see, tons of gamers are on their way to play more awesome indies right here on the show floor.
So you should come down here to Gamescom yourself and get your hands on those awesome indies.
Thank you so much for watching the Gamescom Awesome
Wait,
Indie
that's it?
Show,
I think
and
that's
we'll
it.
see you on the show floor. Bye.
Bye. Alright, so that's it. I expected it to be longer, since they don't take a lot of time with most of the games. But, hey, it is what it is. So I think tomorrow it's gonna be the last time. Sorry, I'm not feeling well lately. This is the last time I'm. Tomorrow it's gonna be the last time. Sorry, it's gonna stream Vampire Survivors, and that's gonna be it for the game, right? I don't want it to take whatever time I have left to play other things, so it's gonna call it a day. Thankfully, the game doesn't have that much of a story. As I mentioned, there's like a stories part of the game, but like the game is not that interesting. It's fun to play, but I'm not that invested into Vampire Survivors. We'll definitely recommend it though. It's really fun, but like for casual play. I have to go drive tomorrow in the morning. Good luck with that. Don't die, because if you die, I have one less viewer, and that's I don't have many viewers. You're not allowed to die, so good luck with that. Also, don't kill anyone if possible. Don't run over people. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you tomorrow for the last Vampire Survivors stream, and I will see you, I think, on Friday with the Gamescom cosplay contest. It's probably gonna be a short stream too, right? Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Wait, you are correct. The cosplay show, it's on Saturday. My bad. Yeah.
Whoa, that was such a unique and interesting game concept. I'm incredibly invested and I want to see more.